Hello. Um, a couple more points on the ocean and waves thing of yesterday, last video. Um, so one thing that is very important is to not focus too much on, finding what is the ocean and separating it from the waves. I think the image is so good that really all you have to do is focus on the waves. That's the obvious stuff, that's the stuff that you know. And uh, there'll be an undercurrent that will somehow understand what is going on and that there's more than the waves. This might not actually work for you, it's totally possible, but for me, it works better like that. If it is done in a different way, what tends to happen is that say you're this wave, this packet, um, and it's like well defined, very well, more or less well defined and very distinct. What you tend to do is that this wave tries to sort of go underwater and then like escape all of the other things, but if you're doing that, you're stretching the water, like you're putting a wave underwater. That's quite a bit of stress and it's quite energy intensive. And indeed, for me, the sense was that this is like too much. I don't have the energy to do this. Too much focus. It would require too much focus. Uh, and that's as expected. Um, but like, how do you unhook? Well, it just sort of happens. Unluckily, there's not a very good, a consistent way or distinct way. I mean, maybe there is. What I would recommend, focus on the waves, but have an understanding of like really trying to figure out how the analogy maps on, and then I guess be sensitive to undercurrents. One thing that this might, something that arose for me is that as this wave, lots of self-protection, lots of self-definition, and lots of separating away from everything else. And so, it's lovely to be able to just go underwater, um, having a distance with other things. But as that energy goes away, it'll come back and interact with everything else, mingle with everything else, be affected by everything else, and affect everything else, and there's a real sense of closeness that happens. Like stuff is like right in front of your face, and maybe even closer than that. And that is scary. But it is to be expected. That's how, if the analogy makes any sense with the ocean and the waves, that is how it'll go. So that's another thing to look into. All right, that's all. Take care.